Hello, DC Universe Online. This is OG Devil Dog. For those of you that are new to my channel, I am going to ask that you like and subscribe to my videos. Without my viewers and my subscribers, my channel will not succeed. And with you, the viewers and the subscribers, you're the reason that content creators have successful content on YouTube. And I thank you. So in the bottom right hand corner, there should be a subscribe button. For those of you that are on PC, feel free to subscribe, like and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to donate to my channel to help me monetize my channel, I am very grateful. My Cash App link is in the description. Until I can get this channel monetized, all donations are welcome and accepted through Cash App at the moment. Now, I had technical difficulties the night before last, and my headset and mic that I had crashed on me. Well, I felt naked without my headset. And to be able to communicate with my league, to be able to make this content for you. And yesterday morning, I called around first to several other GameStops, and the first three, they were just trying to upsell me this and that. Well, I'm a disabled veteran. I'm on a budget. And that's all they cared about was whatever high-priced item they could sell me. Well, the fourth one was able to help fit within my budget. And I had initially gotten a Rig 800 Pro HX. Well, my personal opinion, some of you may have this headset and like it. I did not. I did everything I could. The bass, for some reason, would not communicate with my Xbox Series X and connect to it. And I was all day trying to figure this out, getting frustrated. I finally ended up taking it back to the store. They got me a different headset that I really enjoy, really like. I'm going to have to get with the manager and find out exactly what it is, because it was actually a refurbished headset, and it works really great. Like I said, I'm on a budget. I'm a disabled veteran, so I'm not one of these that's going to go out and spend $150, $200 for a headset if I don't have the money for it. But I went to the Augusta Mall in Augusta, Georgia. And yesterday morning, Chris was the manager on duty. Chrissy is just coming in, and they were very helpful in trying to help me find what I needed, what I could afford at the time. Like I said, being on a limited income and being a disabled veteran, I couldn't afford the high dollar. So, that's okay. To each their own. I like the headset that I have now, and it is not the one, the 800 Pro HX. Man, I really love the setup on it. It was a good idea, but trying to get it to connect, and I did a lot of research on the reviews for it when I was trying to get it to hook up to my Xbox, and there was a lot of bad reviews on that particular headset from Nacron. I'm sorry, Nacron, I got to give you a thumbs down. In my opinion, it's a great idea, but coming out with it, the customer support and just giving the same generic answers, trying the same generic things over and over and over again, it got frustrating. So I took the headset back to GameStop. Chris and Chrissy are both still there right at the last hour of closing, right before they closed. And Sarah and Will were both on duty. And these young ladies were a big help to me. Chris was just leaving for the day. When I came back through the door, Chrissy was still staying there. And I'm going to tell you, this whole crew at the GameStop in Augusta, Georgia, at the Augusta Mall, They were wonderful. They cared about their customers. They were very helpful with their customers. Even the customers that were in the store, not just me, they were paying attention, proper retail attention to their customers. They genuinely cared about what their customers wanted, needed, and I actually viewed Chrissy explaining um, some things to a little girl that was in there with her dad, and how to do certain things, what the items she was purchasing, and it was just a wonderful experience going into the Augusta Mall, uh, GameStop in Augusta, Georgia. A big shout out to that crew. You guys are great and amazing. Thank you for getting me back online. Thank you for helping me with my technical difficulties and making it to where I can start doing content again and running with my league and communicating with my league in the evenings. Another shout out I'm going to do before we continue and do anything is I am going to shout out to LV, a content creator on YouTube. If you'd like to view some of his videos, it's at the @ sign ELVEY. Let me double check my spelling on that. And man, he is a great creator. It is the @ sign. E is in Echo, L is in Lima, V is in Victor, Y is in Yankee, E is in Echo. And to find him fully, if you don't see LV, you're going to do the @ sign. E is in Echo, L is in Lima, Y is in Yankee, E is in Echo, D is in Delta, E is in Echo, C in Charlie, O is in Oscar, O is in Oscar. I tell you what, I've watched a lot of LV's videos. I really enjoy his builds. And I've also seen some arguments about the different artifacts or the gear or the powers that LV uses to make these videos. Well, here is my opinion on that. You can take it as you want, take it with a grain of salt. Let's think about something here. LV, this content creator, is showing you a build that he has done. Okay, so it may not be the best in your eyes, but think about something. You might like something that he is doing with that character, so take the base of what he has done with it and tweak it to your particular game style. Put your artifacts on it. There are so many arguments about, oh, well, this artifact is better than that artifact. Well, maybe for you it is. Not every person that's playing DC Universe is going to make a character based off of solely what you're going to do. They're going to add their own little tweaks and stuff to it, and just enjoy playing the game the way they want to play it. And that's what I like about watching a lot of LV's videos. I mean, he does a lot of different builds with different power sets, different artifacts, sometimes different costumes, whatnot. And I really appreciate everything that he does. And I give a big shout out to LV. Thank you for your content. Keep up the great work. I enjoy watching your videos. And in fact, I enjoy trying out some of the things that you suggest. Just trying those and tweaking them to my personal play style. And it's been a lot of fun, and I really enjoy some of the ideas that LV has come up with. And again, I appreciate you, LV. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thank you for being a great content creator. And just keep up the work, keep making those videos, keep making those builds. Haters are gonna hate. That is that is how the only way I could put this. Haters are gonna hate. And as content creators, we're out here, we're doing this because we enjoy making these videos for you. We enjoy teaching you different things that we have learned. Or, like in my case, I skipped a lot of feats, just built up my character, my main character. I'm coming back, and after some time off, so I'm trying to catch up a lot of things. So in my videos, I'm teaching you how to do a lot of different feats to get your skill points that you need, because skill points is necessary for your build. A lot of people are saying, okay, skill points are trash now. Well, okay, that skill points are just a fraction of what makes you a better player, okay? And let me give you a prime example before we continue on. All right, let's go look at my character for a second. All right, let's scroll over here. A lot of my gear is elite gear that I've grinded in Raging. Gear number one is part of what makes you a powerful character. Okay? Your artifacts is another thing that makes you a powerful character, combined with your gear. All right? So another thing that's two things right there. Okay, besides your skill points. So that's three things. You got your skill points, you have your gear, you have your artifacts. That's three things. Now, if you go and look, your upper augments, that's four, and your lower augments, that's five things. Okay, five things. And now your powers, if you go to traits and look at your powers, your loadouts or whatnot, mine's mental, but I use a lot of different things. That's what I use on my board as a damage. Some people say you can't be a damage tro. Actually, you can. Truthfully, I'm what you call a damage tro. That's what my character is. And I do a lot of damage and I do a lot of debuffing. Because I also have a controller role that I use, I switch over to. In a previous video, I've shown you how to switch over to damage and how to switch to controller or whatever your other loadout set is real quickly, which is by holding down the left trigger and right trigger and bringing up your change out wheel, and you can just change out to whatever. But anyway, back on track. Those things all combined together is what makes you a more powerful character. Not just one thing or the other. You do need your skill points. I don't care what anybody says. Skill points is a fraction of what you need. Okay? So the more you build up your skill points, the more skill points you have, the more feats that you complete, the more skill points you get. And then you just go into your stat points and you put them wherever you want them at. In this case, I am been redoing my skill points and my stat points, and so my skill points are kind of low right now, 328. I've seen some in the thousands. So, I mean, that's because they focused on their feats. And at that time, I wasn't focusing on feats. Now I am. So while I'm focusing on feats and grinding for skill points, my videos are teaching you how to complete these particular feats step by step on how to do them so you can build up your skill points and make your character stronger. So without further ado, thank you GameStop and Gusta Mall, Chris, Chrissy, Will, and Sarah. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for helping me get back on track with my technical difficulties I was having. Elvie, keep up the great work. Man, I appreciate your videos. Thank you so much for everything that you do as a content creator. You are awesome. I don't care what anybody says. Haters are going to hate. Keep up the good work. All right, without further ado, we are going to go to Apocalyptic Gotham. And what we're doing in Apocalyptic Gotham during this episode, we are going to find Batman. Now, I've already found him today, but I'm going to show you the 12 points of where he's going to be at. There are 12 areas in Apocalyptic Gotham City where you can search and find Batman for your daily. Now, you can only find him one time. Daily go to reach. I have 6 out of 10 at the moment. And before we go in there, I'm going to show you. It's under feats, story arcs, episode 48, Harley Quinn versus Apokolips. And we are scrolling down to, where is it? Gotta find it. I just had it up. Okay, it's in my list. I know it is. Just got to find it real quick. I should have just kept it up. I could have had it for you, but I didn't. Okay, there it is. The Dark Knight versus Apokolips. I have 6 out of 10. There are 12 areas in Apocalyptic Gotham City that he can be found. I need 4 more. So the next 4 days I will have him completed. You can only find him once a day. So let's go into Apocalyptic City. We're over here by Tempest Fugonaut, wherever he is. There he is. Right there. There are 4 consoles around this little area right here that you can go to. Go down to Tier 7, Apocalyptic Gotham City, and we're going to go in there. So I'm going to ask that everyone like and subscribe to my channel. At the bottom right hand corner on PC there should be a subscribe button that you can just click on the video for a quick subscribe link. Feel free to subscribe, and without my viewers my content will not be successful. And this is what us content creators are out here doing. We're trying to have successful channels, and the viewers and the subscribers is what makes us successful. Thank you everyone that has already subscribed and everyone that has viewed. Keep up the work. Keep making the channels popular. This is what us content creators are doing, trying to make our channels to where you can view and make things easier in games. Now, if you would like to donate to my channel for the time being until it's monetized, please look in the description for my Cash App link and go there and donate. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to build up my channel. As I spoke earlier, I'm a disabled veteran. I'm on a limited income, so with the technical difficulties and the budget I had to have to get a new headset yesterday. Chris and Chrissy and Will and Sarah, they all worked with me, and they helped me find what I needed to have a successful campaign and getting back online to be able to make this content for y'all. As you see, we are at the starting hub of Apocalyptic Gotham City. We're going to point A on the map. Point 1, there's 12 points here that we're going to go to, and the very first one is right up here. This will be the first area that we try to look for Batman. He's not going to appear for me because I have already found him today, but I'm going to show you all 12 locations one at a time so you can find them. So we're at the top left corner of the map. That's where we are going. That's at a waypoint, and let's go there. Again, I was talking about different builds and characters and stuff that we have. Sometimes we just want shiny new characters, or a character that is different from somebody else's, and this is what this whole game is about, is putting your own personality and spin on your character. Alright, so we're here at the first point. We're just going to fly around. You're going to search on these ledges looking for Batman. A lot of times he appears in this area here. Just check the ledges. That's where you'll find him. He will light up. He will be green. You will see him fighting somebody. Just drop down next to him. Let him finish fighting. And you will get the feat for finding him. First one's 1 day, and then this next one that I'm on is 10 times. So that's over 10 days of searching for Batman to find him. Alright, point number 2 is right off this building here. And we're just going to go across the way over here. Now Batman would be on one of these ledges here on either side of this building. Sometimes up here. It depends on, so just search everywhere. Just kind of fly and look over everything. Check the ledges. And this is number 2 of the 12 areas where he would be at. So let's go to number 3 real quick. Number 3 is going to be right here. right across over here. Normally Batman is down here by this fountain, and he's normally fighting right here. Okay, this is number 3 on the map, right there. Now, on this next spot, there's 2 of them. You got number 4 here and number 5 over here. So first we're going to go to number 4. Set my little waypoint. And Batman will usually be fighting right here or up here on this ledge. That would be spot number 4. And if you go to the other side of the building, spot number 5, just up and over. Let's go around. Check these side ledges here. He may be up here fighting. If he's not there, we're going to check down here. He'll be on this ledge here. If he's not there, we're going to point number 6. Point number 6 is right here. So now we're going to go there. Again, I have already found him for the day, and he's not going to appear for me, but I'm just showing you the locations where he would be at. So normally up here, you would find him up here fighting. Sometimes you might find him down here. Go around the building. Just double check everything. You might find him in the alleyway over here. Alright, let's go to point number 7. Point number 7 will be right here on this corner. Put a waypoint. Show you right there, point number 7, right here. So let's fly over to point number 7. This is where I found him at earlier today. Okay, go up here and just look around. I actually found him down here where he was fighting. But just kind of fly around the building. Double check everything. He'll be found up here on this ledge, on this rooftop. Alright, now we're going to point number 8. Point number 8 is right here on this corner. Right there. So let's fly over to number 8. And Batman will be found down here, up here. So just check all around the building. See if you see him. Again, he is a once a day find, just like Larfleeze is in the Christmas special that we have currently going on. So Batman would be on the ledge all the way around the building or on the bottom. Okay, number 9. Oh, I'm getting attacked here. Let's just take him out real quick. Alright, now we are going to number 9. Number 9 spot. See Big Barda there? We are going right here in the corner. So just fly up here. You see the white lights. Alright, you see Big Barda. Alright, Batman will usually be down here fighting, usually. That's where I find him at quite a bit. Just kind of fly around a little bit. Check the ledges. Okay, that's number 9. Now we're going to number 10. Number 10 is right here. That's number 10. There's 12 spots in this area that you can find Batman, and I'm showing all 12 to you. So you can take your time and go through this video and just find each spot. Okay? Fly around the building, check the ledges, because he likes being up on these ledges fighting. Alright, now we're going to point number 11. Point number 11 is right over in this area right here. So we're going to fly to the waypoint. And a lot of times you'll see Batman up on one of these ledges fighting. He's easy to spot. He's got green lettering. It says Batman. So just land next to him. Let him finish fighting. And you will see him take off. Oh, there's a blue one I've been looking for. I knew I missed one. So I just completed my briefing. Alright, the final spot on our ride is going to be down here. This is a real easy one. If he's here, you will see him. He will stand out like a sore thumb. So, he's either on the bridge fighting, he's underneath the bridge fighting, or he's in the open spots next to the bridge fighting. So that is the 12 points where you can find Batman while you're trying to complete that feat. Remember, you can only find him once a day. So take your time, go through in one point after another, and just complete your feat. It's an easy feat for you to complete. The more feats you complete, see that bottom green bar at the bottom of my screen that fills up with feats? When that fills up, I get a skill point. And, you know, that's how you complete your feats. That's how you get skill points. Continue watching my videos. I will teach you how to do some of these simple, easy feats to get your skill points that you need for your setup. Skill points is just a fraction of what you need. You need your gear, skill points, artifacts, augments, powers. 5 things there that you need. Okay? So remember that. So skill points is just 1/5 of what you need to make a powerful character the way you like to make it. Well, again, a shout out. Thank you again to the GameStop community at the Augusta Mall in Augusta, Georgia. Chris, Chrissy, Will, Sarah, y'all were awesome. Thank you again. I cannot thank you enough for getting me back online. I appreciate y'all so much. Huge shout out. Huge thumbs up. Thank you so much. Elvie, content creator, man, I tell you what, keep your videos coming. Haters are going to hate, but, you know, they have to realize your playstyle is different than theirs. Enjoy doing your builds, you know, and those that, okay, don't like maybe what Elvie is showing you, tweak it to make it the way you want it to be. Have fun with it. Put your own personal spin on everything and have fun. This is OG Devil Dove with Easy Company. And before I sign off, I'm going to tell you, right after I got home last night and got this headset connected, I immediately connected to my Xbox Series X, and man, I was back online running with my league immediately after I got home, and we had so much fun last night. We run groups. Easy Company is run by me. Wolfman runs Crossover Angels. That is our brother league. In fact, we've got members in both leagues with characters in both leagues. And so, I mean, this is just a great group of people that I run with. we all run together. We get on the headsets, we cut up, we have fun, we make jokes, we laugh. You know, even though we're doing some of the same content over and over and over, and yes, doing content over and over again gets boring. But if you stop and think about it for just one moment, if you're with a group, that content is put on the back burner. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Time's flying by. You're having fun and enjoying yourselves. And where we were last night, and I'm going to show you real quick. You know, we started out with a group of 8. Killer runs the villain side of our leagues, and he runs the villain characters. I run the hero side, the hero characters in groups most of the time. If I'm not available, Wolfman steps in and just has a group full of villains and heroes, and we have a lot of fun. Let's go to the House of Legends, and I'll show you what we did last night as soon as I got back online. I mean, we run every night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and I was like just plugged in like 6:57 p.m. and next thing you know, I'm online and we're forming a group. We're having fun. I'm testing my mic and readjusting my settings on my Xbox, and you know, we ended up running for a few hours last night. And where we were in what's called Doomed, Washington, D.C., and there was 5 bosses there, and you can get 5 feats. Or actually, you can get more than 5 feats because there's so much you can do killing these bosses that you can get multiple feats done and accomplished while you're fighting these bosses. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over here. We're at the hub. If you go to the right corner over here, you see the sun. Now I'm going to show you something. When we were over here last night, it got pointed out to me at the Lincoln Memorial. If you go inside the Lincoln Memorial, there's a little bit of a history lesson here. If you look at this wall, as you're looking at Abraham Lincoln, look to your left, come over to the wall, hold down. There is the full Gettysburg Address, the entire address from Abraham Lincoln. President Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address. That is really cool that they put that in the game. Great history lesson there. Alright, what we did, we started out here at Giganta. And there's 2 feats for Giganta. Kill her 25 times and then turn around and kill her 50 times. We completed her last night. So what we did, we started at Giganta. We come over here to Black Mana. And all these bosses are just one fluid line. We went from one end and back again. And just kept killing them. There's Black Mana. The feat for him is 20. We flew down here on the other side of this memorial. And Gorilla Grodd is just on the other side. Okay, there's Gorilla Grodd. Number 3 world boss in this area. The feat for him was 20. Kill him 20 times. Okay, and then we just come across over here to this big park. Ultraviolet Nightmare's here. The feat for him is 25 and 50. Plus you have 2 other feats by killing the constructs and disarming the bombs. You have like multiple feats just by killing Ultraviolet Nightmare. So we got a bunch of feats last night. I ended up with 6 skill points total by the time the night was over. Well, we finished with Ultraviolet Nightmare. Come over here to Cheetah. She was right over here. We took her down. The feat for her is 20. We finished her. Came back to Ultraviolet Nightmare. He was immediately spawned. We came back and killed him. And just went backwards. Killed the Ultraviolet. When we got done with him, we flew back over here, got Grodd again, and just made our way back to Giganta. When we finished fighting Grodd, came around, hit mana, and that was, we just had multiple feats last night. I mean, it was just, man, we had fun doing it. We did, running as a group. Where's he at? Oh, there he is, over here. There's black mana. We killed him again. And then we got over here, back over here to Giganta. Now, eventually, what had happened, we knocked out the 3 bosses, Cheetah, Black Mana, and Gorilla Grodd, and completed their 20 kill feats. And we just had Giganta and Ultraviolet Nightmare to finish. So what we ended up doing, we finished up Ultraviolet Nightmare, went back to him, stayed with him, stayed on him till we completed him, and then we came back here to Giganta to finish out the night. You get the feat for her. And we just had fun last night, and I'm very thankful to the Augusta, Georgia GameStop at the Augusta Mall. Chris, Chrissy, Will, Sarah, thank y'all for getting me back online. Thank you for allowing me to be able to do my content for DC Universe Online. Much love and much respect. Greatly appreciate it. Now, one more shout out to Elvie. Keep up the good work, buddy. Thank you so much for everything you do for our community. Without content creators like you and myself and Greg DeLuca and several others, man, some people would still be lost in this game, even after 13 years. Thank you for so much you do, for everything you do, Elvie. Greatly appreciate it. Much love and much respect. This is OG Devil Dog with Easy Company. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. If you're on PC, the bottom right corner is a subscribe button. Be sure to click on that to subscribe. Help me build my channel up. I need everybody involved in helping. And if you would like to donate, feel free to. If you look in the description until my channel is monetized, my Cash App link is down there if you would like to donate. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being part of the community. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, subscribers. I appreciate everything that y'all do for us. This is OG Devil Dog. Have a blessed morning, and I'll see you next episode.